Hi, this is Mary Ann with Shoppers Hall. We're going to take a few minutes and go over how to set up tagged feeds for use in the Deal plugin. This works with Amazon feeds, and you can normally go to Amazon and just pull the feeds that they have available in the bestsellers as well as the newest releases. What I'm going to show you is how to actually use items that are tagged by customers, either by things that they've purchased or different items that they've liked or different categories and different things like that. It allows you a lot of variety, and it's really sort of fun, and I had a good time when I was trying to figure out some different type of roundups. So the first thing you would normally do when you go to Amazon and you pick an area where you're actually wanting to um, find a feed from, normally you'd go to the department, then you would hit the item that you want. So in this case, somebody would actually do a bestsellers or newest releases. In this case, it would be bestsellers. Now, to try to find a tag item of your own, you can do one of two things. You can go to the bestsellers and look at a few items that you like, and say, for example, you want something that is Fujifilm as the tag. You would be able to then go to the Amazon, and you would type amazon.com /RSS /tag /Fuji film /new, and then see if there's anything. Now that didn't come up, so they didn't have anything there. So let's try amazon.com RSS tag, and we're going to just say cameras, and we're going to say new and see what comes up. So this actually pulls up cameras and some photography stuff where people actually tagged items with the word camera. Sometimes the items will be things that you want, and sometimes they won't. But here we go. Here's a word that, let's try digital camera, because we can see that there's 62 tags for digital camera. So let's go into cameras. We're going to change that to digital camera, and now hit new, and we're going to see what we have. So these are items that are tagged digital camera. So now this is a perfect opportunity to make a feed if you're looking for digital camera items, or say you're looking for something different that you want. You would be able to find your feeds that way. So now let's go back to Amazon, and let's go to a different department. Toys is a lot of fun, actually, because there's so many options. So we're going to go to toys and games, and we're going to go into the bestsellers. That's where I started playing, actually, and I went into baby and toddler toys. Now, if you see a particular item that you're looking at, say for example, this is blocks, mega blocks, so I think we could try making a feed for mega blocks. So we're going to take the feed, www.amazon.com. You're going to type /RSS /tag /mega block, I think it was BLOK, new, and see if anything comes up. So these are items that are tagged mega block. So you see, or a mega blocks. Now this may or may not be an item that is something that you're interested in. Based on what is tagged, may not be. Doesn't look like there's a lot of tags there. So if you find something, so like there's VTech. So if you want to create a tag for VTech, you can change that VTech and hit new, and it'll give you newly tagged items for VTech. So these are different VTech items. So you actually have a lot of different choice and a lot of different options, and the more you look at things, you'll be able to see what they have. So if you find something that's got a ton of tags on it, you can always pull out a feed for that. But in this case, if you wanted VTech, you have an option to say new, which is what we did here, or you can say popular, which is another option, and that would give you popular VTech items. Now, mind you, it's not necessarily all toys because you've got some regular phones, but those are popular. And you have an option to use the word recent. So you have 3 different choices, and this will show you what's recently tagged. Now, you can see that recently tagged means this is November 30th, so somebody tagged it back in November. So it doesn't necessarily mean these are new feeds. These are just things that people have tagged recently. But there's a lot of cute things that you may not have seen, and it might be worth actually running a few feeds and different options for yourself and pulling out what you want. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and take VTech, and I'm going to go back to new. And in order to actually add your different length to the feeds so that you can get all the items, you would add length, GTH, so let's see. You're going to go in here and you're going to add the codes $length equals 100 or 70 or 25, whatever you want your length to be, and your tag and your affiliate ID. So your whole entire feed would be amazon.com/RSS tag VTech /new $length equals 100 and tag equals SHS Hall 20 for my affiliate ID. Now, if you didn't want to actually have the length, you could take that out and you would just do your tag like you would the other way. So it would just be tag Shoppers Hall or what's your affiliate ID, and that would be what it is. So then it would not limit you. It would bring up anything that came into that feed. So now I'm going to take that and I'm going to go into my plugin, go into the dashboard. Once you're there, I'm going to go into the deal plugin, manage feeds. So I'm going to create a VTech feed. I'm going to put my URL in there. I'm going to create my post and do it for now so I can generate this for you. Now, these are not posts that I would generate recurringly. I would actually set these up as one-time feeds because you don't know how often they're going to be updated. VTech favorite picks. So that gives you a lot of variety here. So there's so many options that you can pull different things. Once you have a brand or once you have a product ID or a type of toy, you can run different feeds. So you're not limited to what's only on the best sellers. So this way you can do multiple things and different types of items that you find. So we're going to type VTech here. So I have this. I'm going to do my Amazon. Then I'm going to go down. This is my HTML that's already pre-filled. I'm going to add for price, new -price, so that it comes out with the price and the image. It's a single bracket. I'm going to center it. I'm going to hit enter. And then if you have a disclaimer or anything you want to put in, then I hit store. So now, what happens is when you bring the feed in, it's going to have all the different items that you see here that say toy newly tagged VTech. You know, you're going to see all of that stuff in your feed. So before I post my feed, my post, I clean up my post using my Word software. Or you can use Notepad or you can use something else. So here's my oh, I made it an individual post, so that's sort of a problem. But let me go back and do that again real quick. So what it did was it created a single post for me because I did that wrong. So let's trash this one. Let's try that again. So I'm going to go back into my feed and try that again. Forgot to change the actual post type. It defaults to individual. So I need to go back into my post, into the feed setup. I'm going to hit edit. And I'm going to go back in here, change it to now because I need to redo it. So it's actually going to be a roundup of posts. And it's going to need the bracket around title because I saw I missed that. And then I'm going to hit update. And we'll watch it pull. So we're going to go back into posts, go into my drafts because I have it set to draft. And I should have my VTech pick for the week, my VTech favorite picks. Now, when you look at this post, you're going to see that it pulls items from the roundup. Now, I didn't really limit it, so it pulled all kinds of things. So there's some things in here that aren't kids' toys, and so you might want to clean it up really quick and get rid of what you don't want, or you leave it, or however you would like to. But I actually take the post and I hit edit because then I want to take and get rid of the extra tagged information that's there. So I go into my text. I copy the whole thing. I go into my word processing software and I paste it. Now, because I know that it sort of says newly tagged VTech, that's the code that I actually want because that's on every post because that's what people tagged. So when you actually see it, you're going to see where those are in your post. I'm going to hit replace all, and it's going to replace all 20 of those. So I had 20 items in here. I'm going to copy my post. I'm going to go back to my screen, and you're going to see that I've managed to clean up all of the different posts very easily, and I've got my pricing cleaned up. I'm going to get rid of that one item that's not really a toy. It's an adapter and it's not really part of my thing here. So I'll clean that up. And there you have it. There you have your post. So now I have my draft post. So this really opens up a lot of option for you, and it's really pretty simple, and you're limited to only your imagination. So remember, start out at your Amazon webpage. It seems to help if you're trying to come up with ideas on what you're wanting to tag. And just go from there. So if you pick a department that you want to pick from, you say grocery and gourmet food. Once you get to that department and you look, if you're looking for something specific, you can actually go in and check out the bestsellers if it helps you. If not, it's fine. But say, let's go under gourmet gifts and see what type of things there are. And I'm going to say, let's look if we can see if we can find Keurig coffee. Maybe that would be something we can do. So let's tag, and I'm going to do Keurig, Keurig, and I'm going to see if anything comes up under Keurig. And you're going to see what type of items come up under Keurig. Some is coffee. These are all limited to tags, so you can see people tag these things. So I mean, if you're looking for a specific item and you want to see how people tag, here's K-Cups, Crazy Cups. That means there's 2 tagged Keurig by this customer. So you can always find K-Cups. So let's go into Keurig and let's do a search for K-Cups. K-Cups. And see what comes up. So there's a list. So there's a bunch of K-Cups. So if you're running a Keurig post, you can do all kinds of K-Cup variety.